Early medieval period. Early medieval period. North India, South India. North India, Gurjar Pratihara, Palas, Rashtrakutas. South India, Chola, Western Chalukya. North India, Rajputana period. After the death of the Harshavardhana, there was no political unity in the North India for about 5 centuries. The country was split up into a number of states which were constantly fighting and changing their frontiers. Rajputas emerged as powerful force in the North India and dominated the Indian political scene from about 500 years from 7th century. The tripartite struggle 750 to 1000 CE. The period from 750 to 1000 CE saw the rise of three important empires: Gurjara Pratihara, West India; Palas, Eastern India; and Rashtrakutas, Deccan India. The conflict among these three powerful, basically for the control over the Kannauj area of Ganga Valley, is often described as tripartite struggle. The Kannauj was strategically and commercially very important. It was located on the Ganga trade route and was connected to the Silk Route. Previously, Kannauj was the capital of Harshavardhana Empire. Out of these three, the Rashtrakutas emerged as the most powerful and their empire lasted for most time. The Rashtrakutas also acted as a bridge between the north and the south in economic and cultural arenas. So the three, who are the three? Gurjara Pratiharas of the Western India, Palas of the Eastern India, and Rashtrakutas of the Deccan. The rise of the conflict between these three is called tripartite struggle, 750 to 1000 CE. There are four Agnikula Rajput clans were there. Those are Pratiharas, Chahamanas or Chauhans of Ajmer, and Chandalas of Bundelkhand, Paramaras of Malwa. Gurjara Pratihara Empire, Western India, 730 to 1036. Known as Gurjara Pratihara, as they originated from Gurjaras, who were primarily pastoralists and fighters. Gurjaras are primary pastoralists and fighters. The dynasty was founded by Harishchandra in and around Jodhpur, southwestern Rajasthan. Pratihara were instrumental in containing Arab armies moving east of the Indus River. Gurjara Pratihara are also known for their sculptures, carved panels, and open pavilion-style temples. Greatest development of their style of temple building was Khajuraho, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Sanskrit poet and dramatist Rajashekara lived in the court of Mahendrapala I, son of Mihir Bhoja. Mahipala is a Pala king. It has to be replaced by Mahendrapala I, 855 to 910, was a ruler of Gurjara Pratihara dynasty. Foreign traveller Al-Masudi had visited Pratihara Empire. If you look at the kings of the Pratihara, Gurjara Pratihara, Nagabhatta I, Vatsraja, Nagabhatta II, Bhoja I or Mihir Bhoja, Mahendrapala, Rajyapala and Yashpala. Nagabhatta I, most famous Pratihara kings known for containing the Arab armies, defeated by Rashtrakuta king Dhruva. And Vatsraja made Kannauj in the western UP as his capital. Expansionist policy brought him into conflict with Dharmapala, the Pala king, and the Rashtrakuta king Dhruva. Thus began tripartite struggle and continued for about another 350 years. Vatsraja defeated the Pala ruler Dharmapala and Danti Durga, the Rashtrakuta king, for control of the Kannauj. That is, the expansionist policy of the Vatsraja has brought him into contact with whom? Dharmapala, the Pala king, and Rashtrakuta, who King Dhruva. Thus began the tripartite struggle and continued for about nearly 350 years. Vatsaraja defeated the Pala king Dharmapala and Danti Durga, the Rashtrakuta king, for control over the Kannauj. Nagabhatta I, he conquered Kannauj and Indo-Gangetic plain as far as the Bihar from the Palas, and again checked the Muslims in the west. So, who is Nagabhatta II? First Nagabhatta I and Vatsaraja, and next Nagabhatta II. He conquered the Kannauj and the Indo-Gangetic plain as far as the Bihar from the Palas, and again checked the Muslim in the west. He rebuilt the Shiva temple at the Somnath in Gujarat, which had been demolished in the Arab raid from the Sindh. And Bhoja I or Mihir Bhoja, he is the greatest ruler of Pratihara, got victories over the Palas and Rashtrakutas, proved to be the most successful and popular ruler of Pratiharas. The capital at Kannauj, which also known as Mahodaya, devotee of Vishnu, and adopted the title of Adi Varaha, Mihir Bhoja. He was called King Baura by another Arab traveller Al-Masudi. Mahendrapala. Under the Bhoja and his successor Mahendrapala I, his successor, who the Bhoja, Mihir Bhoja successor Mahendrapala I, the Pratihara Empire reached its peak of prosperity and power. The Rashtrakuta king Krishnatri invaded North India, who the Rashtrakuta king of Deccan invaded the North India about 960 CE and defeated the Pratihara ruler. And next, Rajapala, the raid of Mahmud Ghazni on Kannauj. Rajapala fled from the battlefield, took the title of Maharaja Raja of Aryavrata, the great kings of North India. His court was adorned by Rajashekara, who was an eminent Sanskrit poet, dramatist, and critic who wrote Karpura Anjali, Kavya Mimamsa, and Vidasala Brinjika, Balaramayana, and Prapancha Pandava, Bala Bharatam, and Bhushana Kosha. So Rajapala is the last, I think, Pratihara ruler. He during the raid of Muhammad Ghazni on Kannauj, Rajapala fled from the battlefield, took the title of Maharaja Adiraja of the Aryavrata, that is the great kings of northern India. His court was adorned by Rajashekara, who was an eminent Sanskrit poet, dramatist, and critic who wrote Karpura Manjari and Kavya Maimansa and Vidasala Banjika, Brinjika, and Balaramayana, and Prapancha Pandava, Balabharata, Bhushana Kosh. Yashpala, last ruler of this dynasty, around by 1000 CE, the Gadhawalas conquered Kannauj. During his tenure of Yashpala, during the 1000 CE, the Gadhawalas conquered Kannauj and other Agnikula Rajput clans such as Chandala. They ruled the Bundelkhand region. Chandala rulers ruled the Bundelkhand region, present-day Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Had two capitals, Mahoba and Khajuraho. Yashovarman made them independent power, ruled between 9th and early 13th century, weakened by the invasions by Muslim dynasties. Paramaras, they ruled over Malwa region with Dhara as capital. The early rulers were vassals, that is Samantulu of Rashtrakutas, that is the friendly kings of Rashtrakutas. The Siyaka captured Manyakheta, now present-day Malkhed in Karnataka. The Siyaka captured Manyakheta, the capital of Rashtrakutas. Harsola copper plate inscription in Gujarat is attested to Siyaka. Paramara Bhoja, important king of this dynasty, known for a pattern of arts, literature, and sciences. Next, Solanki dynasty ruled Gujarat for over 300 years with the capital at Anihilvada. Bhima I. Solanki dynasty ruled over 300 over years. Solanki dynasty. In the Anihilvada is current Gujarat. It is in Gujarat, Patan in Gujarat. Bhima I, in his reign, Muhammad Ghazni, nearly 1025 CE, invaded the Somnath temple. Kumarapala, Solanki dynasty, Bhima I time, Ghazni I has invaded 1025 CE. But Kumarapala is in his court lived a popular Jain scholar Hemachandra. The Kumarapala is the king. In his court lived a popular poet, Jain scholar named Hemachandra. Bhima II, in the year around 1100, Muhammad Ghori invaded Gujarat. First Muhammad Ghazni and then Bhima II, Muhammad Ghori invaded the Gujarat. Chauhan dynasty of Ajmer. Ajmer as their capital, Prithviraj Chauhan. He fought two battles at Tarain, Battle of Tarain and Battle of Sthaneshwar. In the first battle in I think 1191 CE, he defeated Muhammad Ghori. In the second battle at 1192, he was defeated and Qutbuddin Aibak was appointed as a governor. Later, Aibak established Delhi Sultanate. Finally, in 11th century CE, they were wiped off from a political map of Ghaznavids, and their rule was succeeded by Chahmanas or Chauhans in Rajputana, Chalukyas or Solankis in Gujarat, and Paramaras or Pawars in Malwa. That is total Rashtrakuta king. Total Rashtrakuta. I think total Gurjara Pratihara was dissolved into Chandelas in Bundelkhand and Paramaras in the Malwa and Chauhans in the west side, in the eastern Rajasthan. Chauhan in the Ajmer region. So that is current situation. When coming to the socio-religious aspects of Gurjara Pratiharas, in India, feudalism similar to In India, feudalism, similar to the Western type, is found in the Rajput societies. Women immolated themselves on burning on pyre, that is called Johar, and female infanticide and early marriage of the girls were practiced. It failed to observe foreign elements. Vaishnavism and Shaivism were patronized by the rulers. Buddhism declined, and Jainism to some extent was present. And coming to the literature, in the court of Mahipala, Sanskrit scholar Rajashekara lived. He wrote Karpura Manjari, Kavya Maimamsa, Bhuvana Kosha, and Haravilasa. Paramara Bhoja wrote 24 Sanskrit Kavyas and took the title of Kaviraja. His books, who Paramara Bhoja books, Ayurveda Sarvasya, Samarangam Sutradhara, and Champu Ramayana, Yukti Kalpapatru on statecraft. Bhoja built a Sanskrit college called Bhogashala. Hemachandra, the court poet of Hemachandra was a court poet of Bhima too. Kumarapala, court poet of Kumarapala, wrote books called Kumarapala Charitra and Naminatha and Parishishta Parvan, Abhidhamma Chintamani, and he took the title as Kalikala Sarvagna, who Hemachandra. When coming to the art and architecture, Khajuraho temples were built during the Chandala rulers, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Chandala rulers like Yashovarman, like that, and Dilwara Jain temples at Mount Abu by Solanki rulers like Bhima 1, Kumarapala and Bhima 2, like that, and Rani Ki Vav, UNESCO World Heritage Site, a multi-storied well built by Queen Udayamati, wife of Bhima 1, the palaces of Jaipur, Udaipur, and forts of Chittur, Mandu, and Jodhpur and Gwalior. So these are about the this is the main thing about the Gurjara Pratihara